All right, welcome everybody. This is our presentation on the Aver Media document camera and the Sphere software. I'll be recording this. It'll be available for you later. I'm going to exit out of this right now so you can see that this is the full screen. Right now I've got a student's essay to the left and the graphic organizer they were using on the right. If I want to change things up, I can use this split screen up here. Right now I can click on this box right here and I get just what's on the document camera. And then we have this where you can see my face. Yeah, remember this? And then we exit here. And then full. Yeah, great. Maybe that's not enough of me. So this is a great tie my wife picked out for me. You really want to see it, so you make it bigger. You could go to this where you don't have to show your face if you're having a bad hair day. You can come over here to the media, click on a file that you want. It does have to be a JPEG. And then you can see both the student's work and some sort of media. This is a graphic organizer that we use to write these essays. If I want to show myself again, I can have just a little graphic organizer down here, the student's work, what's underneath the document camera, and then myself up here. And if I want to switch back and forth between the graphic organizer, my media, and what's on the document camera, I'm just clicking back and forth between these two icons right here. This is one more if you really wanted to show yourself, you know, hey. I actually like to work mostly in this mode where I'm just showing the work. I don't really like my face, but I know that for a lot of kids they want to see that it's you, at least for a little bit, and then you'd click off. So I can now talk about to the students about how we are working with this essay, and I'd say, all right, so over the years, Paul Revere's image changes several times due to historians. And then I would say that over here is going to fall in with our main idea, our topic sentence. Let's see if the student uses their lead off or their evidence next. So the next sentence, after Paul Revere's death, historian Patrick Leahy said that Revere lapsed into relative obscurity. That's their quote, that's their evidence, that's good. Next we're going to have the link, the follow-up, where you explain it. Just like many past leaders of the United States, Revere wasn't recognized until years after his death. This shows that not many Americans knew what he had done. And then we're going to go into our next transition in our next piece of evidence down here. So I can show this video to students, and if I want, just like I started up here with the topic sentence, I can say, well, this is a good example here from of a transition, and then from after until down to here we have the evidence. And then from just like many down to what he had done, I would say this is their example of their link or their follow-up. And then I can describe how this is not really the best link, not the best follow-up. We're not really using this evidence well to explain our topic sentence to back that up. Yes, sir?
Is there a way to go full screen and then cycle through those with just a keypad? Because I can see that a lot better right there.
You can see this better. To get the graphic organizer, the media, the biggest you could do is go with the split screen.
Your dock camera and the other one full screen is what I'm saying, instead of split screen.
You could minimize the software, the Sphere software. So if you had that image or a PDF up on your already on your computer, then you could just minimize. You could minimize the software, maximize to go back and forth. But otherwise, to show both, yeah, you would have to.
That is a good question, and I understand your concern.
I just couldn't read the essay when it was half screen.
Right.
So there I can actually see the words with my eyes on it.
When I'm looking at it up here on the computer and I'm toggling back and forth between these, this is easy to read. And now my media has decided to take a break. And this is easy to read from here on the computer screen. So if you're doing a flip lesson, the students are doing this at home, this is visible to them from their desktop. Does that make sense? Okay. Back to my main menu. Maybe there's at one point where I just want to capture an image. Maybe there was something that I demonstrated. I really wanted the kids to see it. I can go to capture, and then I can click on one of these. What do I want to have? Just a picture of what's on the doc cam or the full screen. I can get everything. So it'd be like, hey! And I just took my picture, and now that could be up on if you wanted to have one image for them to have access to. When you're finished with your, oh, sorry, not finished. The presenter, no, that's not it. Where's my annotation? Boom. If you do not want to use your hand here, or if you want to write on the media, you can get a line, grab your color, bring it over here. If you wanted to draw arrows between things, if you wanted to do the freehand, I'm clicking on annotation, and I'm clicking on freehand, get a color, and now I'm writing. But this is not very good. Dan's got a nice little trick that makes it easier. I want to get rid of this. I'm going to click on annotation. That was hideous. I'm going to get to delete. Delete all. Get rid of it. So Dan can take now his stylus that he has, a digital stylus, to make it much easier to write. Freehand. Oh my gosh, the nice thing you ever said, thank you. So writing with the mouse, not very convenient. Dan has a nice digital stylus that you can also get to go with this. The key thing about that is, right now I am kind of tied, especially if I'm going to be putting myself up on this screen with my own picture. You can walk around the room. If you get rid of that, just go with the split screen with the media and what's on the document camera. I can now walk around the room, use that as the mouse and clicking around, and I can go stand next to Jimmy who's talking or not paying attention because he's bored. So that's nice for behavior in the classroom. When I'm finished, I'm all done. I go to click to stop.